Hello, I'm Gemma Hills from the Anti-Bullying Mum, and I want to talk to those of you that are worried that your child doesn't ever seem like they're going to recover from being bullied. So there's a few things I want to say to you. The first is, if there's ever a time that's going to test your patience, it will be now, because it feels like it takes such a long time for someone to overcome being bullied, to get to the point where they feel confident again, comfortable, and they're not in constant fear of it happening again. And what happens is that it's one of those situations that gains momentum. So to begin with, you will be putting in all this work to boost your child's confidence, to raise their self-esteem, to make sure they feel safe. You'll be doing all of these things, and you will be working your backside off to make them feel okay, and yet nothing much seems to change, and they still seem to have more wobbly days than they do confident days, and you wonder if you're actually doing the right thing at all, and it feels like you're spinning in circles because there's no one actually out there to tell you how to do it. And what I want to say to you is, don't lose faith. Don't lose faith. Don't give up believing, because it will happen. It gains momentum. You put all the work in now, and it builds, and it's very slow. It's like walking through treacle to begin with, and it's very slow, and then all of a sudden you will look back and think, wow, they're coping. They're fine. They're okay. They're confident. They're not scared anymore. They feel safe. They're happy. It does happen. So don't lose faith. And yes, it will be a test of your patience, but it will be so worthwhile. The second thing I want to talk to you about is a study that has, I don't know what study it was, and I can't remember where I heard about it, which is really helpful. But it was a study of when we hear and when we think negative things. This is what they were looking at. So negative self-talk, or in our case, when our kids are bullied, so what they're hearing from other people. So what the study proved was that for every one negative thing that we hear, whether it be from ourselves or from somebody else, about ourselves, the one negative thing we hear about ourselves, it takes 17 positive things to counteract that one negative. 17. Now you just imagine how many negative things our kids have heard while they've been bullied in one day. I know you don't want to think about that, but if you consider 17 times that amount, that's what we've got to do to try and flood out what they've heard from other people. So it's no wonder really that they start to believe what they've been told by the bullies, is it really? If it's that strong an impact on us. And that's without the situation they get to with their own self-talk, when they start believing what the bully's been telling them, and that keeps churning around in their own head. So 17 times the amount of the negative impact the other people have had. That's what you need to counteract. But don't do it with meaningless sort of, I know that wouldn't be intentional, but it must be genuine stuff. It's no good keep just telling your kids, oh, you good girl, you good boy. That doesn't do anything. It's not anything about their character, is it? That's more about their behaviour. So we're looking at their character. What can you say and do and show them about who they really are that will help lift them up? So of those 17 things, for every one, I know it's really tough, it's consuming, but it makes a huge, huge difference, so it's worth the effort. And even if you feel like you're overdoing it, even if it feels like you're forever pointing out their positive traits, the good things about them and such, if it feels like you're being a bit over the top, you're probably not. Because as I say, 17 to 1, that's an awful lot you've got to be getting in there. And it's doable. It's completely doable. But don't be put off by feeling like you're overdoing it, because I very much doubt you are. I don't think you can overdo positivity. When your child has experienced bullying, they need to be flooded with positivity. They need to be surrounded by it. They need to be hearing it. They need to see other people overcoming bullying and the positive things they go on to do. This is what they need. This is what you need. And the final thing I wanted to say, tiny little thing at the end, was that a lot of recovery boils down to proof, evidence. And what I mean by that is, we can put all this work in, we can do everything we do to build confidence and to help them thrive. 100% definitely go for it, do it. They still need that time between boosting their confidence enough to try something, to do something, to experience life differently, to experience life as their new confident selves. They still need that period of time to do that, to realise that life is very different when you feel okay, when you're supported, when all of this stuff that we're doing to bring them back up, to help them thrive, they need time to experience life like that before they feel confident in their new selves, in being like that, in the fact that it won't go back to what it was, the bullying won't start again, and if it does, they're more than confident in dealing with it. It takes time, which I suppose goes back to point 1 in patience. Sorry, there was an interruption there. All I wanted to say is that if you would like to work with me, if you feel that you need more support, if you feel it's the right time for you, you've absolutely had enough of your child not being able to experience life at their best, feeling strong, capable, and going out there and just enjoying life and thriving. If you would like to work within a group setting with me to really crack on and get to the nitty-gritties and find out exactly what it is you need to do to help your child thrive, then by all means join us on my programme Beyond Bullying and Thrive, and that's exactly what we do there. We cover what I've talked about in this video now and a whole lot more. I'll put the details below. Bye for now.